Recently, I've been thinking about how Korea came to be this widely pedestalized nation over the last decade. And as amazing as this transformation sounds, it is also quite peculiar in a way because a long time ago, people didn't really know too much about our country, right? I remember when I was in the States, people used to ask me where I was from. And when I answered that I was from Korea, they asked me, are you from North or South Korea? And maybe they might have been joking with me and I just didn't get the joke. But based on the facial expression that I remember from their faces, I think they were being serious. So that's how unrecognized our country was back then. But look at Korea now, right? And that is when an analogy hit me. South Korea is just like the modern social media influencer. South Korea is the social media influencer. It's flashy, filtered, heavily curated and edited. No meaning, pure entertainment. No value, 100% branding and marketing. So it's kind of like the birth of a new archetype. But just like how modern social media influencers label themselves as artists, the same thing happens here, too. And it seems like the entire world is helping us do it. So just to talk a little bit about the backstory of how Korea became a successful nation, a widely recognized nation, this almost came out of nowhere, right? Almost out of nowhere, South Korea became this center of global attention. And there are a lot of videos talking about this, how this happened, and speculations about how Korea came to be this successful. And I think you might have seen a lot of videos on YouTube talking about this issue of how it all started. But I have one theory, and Korea's rise to stardom was due to a single viral moment, just like the social media influencer. And here's my take. If you're old enough, you might remember Psy's Gangnam Style. You remember this? If you're unaware, this song came out and became a global hit in 2012. But looking back, this was more than just a song, right? It was a start of a new era, a whole new era. It was the prototype for modern internet culture that we have today. The dance challenges, the algorithm, the repetition, the memes. It's like the godfather of TikTok, so to speak. And 24 years after, people are watching Korean TV shows, K-pop stars are endorsing luxury brands, and people from across the globe are coming to Seoul to start a new life. But the fact is, people barely even knew the capital of Korea 20 years ago. No one really knew that our country even existed. And I remember this clearly because while I was a freshman in high school in Massachusetts, people that used to make fun of my skin color would use Japanese or Chinese language variants. But never in my experience have I heard a racist remark in Korean. And even if you think about it now, there are no racial slurs that pertain to Korea. So one can infer how recently people started recognizing Korea, right? Just based on the fact that there is no racism, or there is no racist remark other than calling Asians Chinese. And from what I am seeing as a guy living in Korea myself, a lot of people in my country are so proud of how quickly our nation was able to become recognized. We're so deeply awestruck and amazed by the unprecedented success we've had over the last decade. And people are so proud that they all constantly masturbate hand in hand as we see our soft power growing each day and each week, as K-pop music tops the charts and as Korean movies sweep the awards. You know, just like the modern social media influencer exhilarated by the growing number of views and likes and heart emojis in the comment section, the people in Korea are so thrilled that major news channels have to feature how successful a BTS concert was, how successful Korean domestic brands are in foreign markets. Everyone just hyping it up, hitting that heart button, feeding the algorithm, telling everyone to like, comment, and subscribe. And while they're having a blast, as a bystander and an outsider who can't fit in with this kind of party, everything looks depressing. You know, in my eyes, all I see is a dystopian future. In my ears, all I hear is a ticking time bomb. And I really hate to be the party pooper, but I just don't understand what people are so proud about. I mean, do all our problems just go away just because our problems are trending? Do people find meaning and value just because K-pop tops the Billboard charts? Do people reach fulfillment just because Korean beauty products are selling overseas? You know, all I see is a Mr. Beastified nation where every single person, every single industry is trying to replicate every thumbnail, every content, and every title. They're using the same formula over and over again and thinking to themselves that that is art. You know, I'm curious, how long will this go on? How long? Or is it just me? Have I become irreversibly outdated already in this modern world? Is this truly the world that we've been anticipating for so long?